Hi, it's Dr. Kathy here. Today I want to talk to you about eScripts. We're having some recurring issues, and so I'm making this video in order to educate everybody to prevent hassles and problems. So the first issue we're having is people not receiving their eScript SMS to their phone during the appointment. And some people are going home and then eventually checking, which creates a lot of extra hassle and work for us. I can't re-SMS most of my scripts. So if you don't get them, we've then got to print it to PDF, then passcode it, and then email it to you. You're going to then have to print it out. So lots of problems to not receive it during the appointment. So please check while you're with me whether or not you get the eScript. The second issue is people saying that the pharmacist has said they don't have any repeats on the scripts. So when you get that e-script, it's your responsibility to check the repeats. It's just above the barcode. So when you do this, what's happening is the pharmacist is filling the e-script and then they're not SMSing you back the repeats. So in the day of paper, you'd hand the pharmacist the paper, they'd fill it, they'd hand it back to you. So they're supposed to hand you back the repeats. And before you leave the pharmacy, you need to make sure you've got them, or you're going to have to go back to that pharmacist and they're going to have to find them. So make sure you've got your repeats from the pharmacy. And once you've filled it once, I can't help you because they've got it. You'll need to go back there. So part of the trouble is that during medication shortages, people are going from pharmacy to pharmacy, and I appreciate that. But if the previous pharmacy hasn't given you the repeats, you've got to go back to them. And then the third issue we're having is people accidentally deleting links. Now, things happen. We're all human. You can pin your SMS e-scripts to the top of your phone. I've done that. If you don't know how, ask a young person. You can also Google search, etc., to find how to do that. I had someone do it to me on my phone, and forevermore, e-scripts are kept at the top, so they're hard to delete. But if you do delete them, then if you've already filled them, you've got to go back to the pharmacy where they were last dispensed. If you haven't deleted them, then I can help. But again, I can't just resend them to your phone, not most of them. What I then need to do is PDF print them, get my staff to passcode them and email them to you. So please look after those links. And then the last issue is people expecting that I'm just going to send them an e-script outside of an appointment. And the medical board has come down really strong about this. We really have to do scripts during an appointment, except, so very occasionally during an appointment, there's a discussion that says, hey, in the next 3 to 4 weeks, then if we need to change the dose, I'm happy to change it. And I want to be really clear that that means during that 4 weeks. It doesn't mean 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks later, and definitely not 5.5 months later. So if there's not been that discussion about it being linked to the previous appointment, don't ask, don't expect, it's not going to happen. And it's not that I don't want to meet your needs, but it's because I've got to stay registered with the medical board. And there's a really good reason why they do this. So I'm hoping that this has provided you with education about scripts so you understand. All the best. Have a great day.